started collecting watch very early. I was about 12 when I started buying a vintage watch on small markets with my grandfather, and I was always attracted to special dials, special case, but never big watches. And also I was interested in the movement, in the mechanical parts of it, and that's what drew me into cars. And as for the watch, I always loved a discreet watch, but with a special movements, and for the cars it was a bit similar. So that's what drew me into the estate version of cars, which I think looks very discreet, and especially this Volvo 850R, with it looks totally particular. It looks like a normal Volvo, but underneath it's a wolf in sheep's clothing, with a pretty powerful engine, good performance, a good chassis, and a kind of stealthy look that is very discreet. And it's a sleeper, and I always love sleepers. My name is Hadrien Le Flanchec, and I drive a Volvo 850R from 1996 estate. So why a Volvo? I don't know, I started learning about those cars a few years back, and they attracted me because they like the cameras and the watches I have. They are very strong, very reliable, and they have a very distinctive design to it. So it's a very special car and a very special brand, which has always been at the forefront of innovation, and that's what I love about it. They are kind of understated, but in a way a lot of modern designers always refer to it as very strong design and very innovative, like this one. So what I love about this Volvo 850R is the fact that it was exactly like the Audi RS2, a bit developed by Porsche. So Porsche developed the software system. The engine in it is a 5-cylinder turbo, like the Audi RS2 and the Audi Quattro. So it's a pretty special engine. You don't see this in a lot of cars, and especially in an estate like this one, it's a very special thing to see. And yeah, I love everything about the car. The inside is very special. It's all Alcantara and suede, exactly like the 993 turbo. And yeah, the engines feel special. As soon as you hit boost and you arrive at 3000 RPM, it enters in a total new world. And yeah, I love the fact that it's kind of an old school turbo, but still a very comfortable car, and you can do long distance in it. It's very reliable. It's not using a lot of fuel on the highway, for example. And yeah, it's a super practical and fast wagon, which I love. So I started looking for 850R in France, but they are very rare cars. You almost never see them on Craigslist, kind of, in France. So I told myself, why not look in Sweden, in the original country of the car brand? And I started looking. I identified two cars, one of which I liked very much, and I bought it on the internet. So then I flew with my friend Amaury. We arrived in Stockholm, and the first time I saw the car I was so impressed by the color, the red color, the big estate form, and the noise of the engine, which I love, the 5-cylinder noise. And it was, I really feel at this moment that it was a particular and a special car, and something you can own for a long time. So then we started road tripping. There was 2,200 kilometers back to Paris. So we left Stockholm, then we went to Copenhagen, then we went directly to the Nordschleife, and on the way, even on the Autobahn, we tried the car and to see if it was working okay. And we hit the limiter at 260 kilometers per hour, which was very funny. And it was still very stable, not using any oil. Then on the way to Paris, no problem at all. I arrived in Paris, and since then I've been using it as a daily car. I even put surfboards in, skis. I can put my trial bike. And 2 weeks ago, my 205 engine, my 205 GTI, was under restoration, and I put the engine in it with the gearbox. Absolutely no problem. So yes, it's very practical, very nice. I love the look of it. Sometimes I even stare at it for 2-3 minutes. So yeah, it's a special thing. So at the beginning, I was a bit curious about what people would think about the car, yeah, to my astonishment, everybody loves it. It's a big red wagon, but people like the look of it. They love how the back is very straight, and all my friends who don't like cars, they always ask me, "How is your red brick?" You know, it's kind of a joke now, but it starts to be the image and the name they give to the car, and yeah, I like it. I had a lot of cars before, always kind of sleepers and discreet car with good engines. And this one, I think it's here to stay for a quite long time.